I like to move around here and there, but I'll keep my hands steady.
Hey, you
I
do
haven't
your.
had an interview in a while, but I've done some pretty funny, famous ones drunk, like PKA.
That's perfect.
You
All
got to watch.
right.
All right.
Here. That's good enough. That gives the people what they need with the fucking intro, so they know what they're listening to. All right. So you said you've done some interviews just wasted. You're a recovering
Yeah.
alcoholic, though, yeah?
Well, I would say I just quit being a raging drunk.
Okay.
Alcoholism is for pussies.
You like my hat? Shoot tequila, not kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, it's a
Nice.
pretty
I
sweet
like it.
hat. I see you're rocking the Denver Nuggets hat because you're living down there in Denver.
Yeah, but I don't watch basketball. This nugget stands for something else.
I was going to ask you, that's one of the first questions I had for you is how high are you right now?
Oh. Well, not really. I'm driving around. I usually keep it to the morning and the evening. I don't need more than that. I've been smoking 35 years, and you know, just to get by.
Just an all-time pro.
Yeah.
All right,
Are
man.
we?
Well, what's that? Yeah, we're
We're
recording
talking.
now.
All right.
Yeah. It's fine though. Like that's kind of how these interviews go. So how these podcasts are set up to go is, so I let my followers know, hey, I'm going to be interviewing so and so. So for example, I put on Snapchat and stuff. I'm going to be interviewing Shoenice. If you had a chance to ask him any question, what question would you ask? So I got some pretty funny questions that the followers wanted to ask. So I'll
Cool.
ask those as well. But I did want to talk about what we discussed earlier on the phone. I don't know if you want to save the more serious stuff for the beginning here and then end with more funny stuff, or save the YouTube drama till the end.
I make all questions funny, bro.
Okay, perfect. So the first thing that I wanted to say is, based off my recent experience with you, emailing back and forth, reaching out to you, setting this whole thing up, I've seen, like I said, I followed you for at least the past couple of years, and when I first clicked on your first video, I watched all of them, and I couldn't stop laughing. My cheeks were hurting. Um, to see some of the stuff that people say about you and are putting out there, it pisses me off, and I just, I feel like I'm a jerk and sometimes I get misconstrued. But how does it make you feel as a person, as a human being, like some of the shit that people say to you or some of the hate that they're throwing your way?
Well, bro, I guess it's just if you know what's true in your heart, then everything else doesn't matter. I got out of war back in 1991, and a Scud missile went over my barracks and blew up the barracks next to me. So I thought everything else would be downhill. I joined YouTube as a resume to be an actor on TV. Always took acting, theater, everything in high school and college. And these haters, they're just jealous. They're actual former friends of mine. But I said something to them, and it's just three grown men that do everything with so many different accounts. They claim they shut me down, but as a person, I don't really care, bro. The more hate, the better. Because now that I'm thrown off of YouTube, they're just supporting me to send everybody over to my new platform on Twitch. But yeah, personally, bro, I get a kick out of it, and all this trolling. It might have wrecked, my YouTube career, or it might not have, because they came up with new rules, and the haters claim they shut me down by mass lagging that they did for years. But it was just YouTube. They sent me an email 2 weeks before and said, yeah, we're getting rid of the bad actors, and I was on the top of the list. So
I
I
bet
mean,
you
that
were,
I
man.
just the fact that grown men have changed their course of life and literally work 110%, 8 days a week to troll me. I formed that, bro. It's like having a kid with Down syndrome.
Well,
He's just cool. He's cool, man.
what's kind of fucked up is they're almost making their own careers out of it. I see some of them have their own channels now, and they're like
Yeah.
anti-Shoenice channels. Like, you fucking piggybacked off this guy's success, and now now they post old
There's
videos and just like talk about how you're not allowed to do. I don't know how they're allowed to share that content and not get kicked off, but whatever.
It's a fact of if I wanted to go in and report every single hate channel, that would be, it would take a couple of days and most of them would get shut down. But when you type in Shoe Nice on YouTube search still, there's over 10,000 videos of me slamming liquor of a video somebody stole over in Europe, and they're still making AdSense off of my bad videos that I got thrown off of after 7 years. And these guys have just been thieves on my property. I'll be marching in front of YouTube headquarters this summer. I got it all planned out.
Oh,
Probably
really?
4th of July weekend. So, yeah, it's just going to be me. It's just going to, I don't have a gun. I just have a question.
Yeah, okay, that's awesome. Are you trying to get back on there? Is that the whole thing, or at this point it's like fuck you, you know?
I want my 600. Most of them subscribers was dead weight, bro. I really had probably 5,000 actual people that received my videos on,
Okay.
you know, and it just, they got buried and suppressed. And the top one on Google search was Shoenice dead, and I don't even care about YouTube anymore, bro. I really see a good platform with the IRL on Twitch. So, yeah, it was a good 7 years, and there's no pressure now. I don't drink anymore, and I really don't want to swallow pine cones. And the LABs can have all that now.
Yeah.
He wanted the rain, and everybody always blamed each other. Ted Barris, Shoenice did this, and LAB. I really don't report people, and I don't send fans. And King of the Web, all my fans went out there and, you know, death threats, and Boogie2988 made a video of me. And that's where, I mean, I had over 2 million people that hated Shoenice over just shit that they see on the internet. I call them sheeple because they're just sheep among the masses. They see and hear something. Oh, Shoenice rapes kids. Shoenice scams kids. And I said, well, get it in order. I rape them, then scam them. I mean, it's just like, wow. Why would a rape victim go to these drunks on YouTube and say, listen, I need some support. I was raped by an adult. I would try the authorities. One of the victims that they use, she's married, pregnant, and her whole family wants to just kill this dude, Weasel. I'm sorry I had a name place, but he just like makes this girl look like and they argued on Facebook. This is where it came about. She came in and said, please tell this guy to get off my case. 5 years later, this dude is still saying this stuff, and her husband wants to meet up with this guy, and you just can't keep getting people fired from work. And I don't see, I just got my YouTube shut down for bad acts, but I love the trolling. I'll always be fine. I do stuff out on the road. I do Craigslist contracting. So YouTube is just paying my marijuana habit, really, because of the views. So there's some other people like Custom Grow 420, huge channels, and they just came in and just sliced their lives away. People making $6,000-7,000 a month, and now all of a sudden we can't age restrict and just maybe get rid of the videos. Give us a day's warning. I mean, it was unreal. So I don't feel as bad as some people because they lost a lot. I just lost my pot fund.
Some people got crushed in that whole thing that they went through.
Yeah. And the haters of mine claim they did it, but they had nothing to do with it. But the obsession between the Metal Madman and the Weasel, because they say publicly they're the ones that do it, and Ted Barris, maybe, these grown men, he's got a library of my life that is almost like close towards just that fan obsession thing, like, you know. So I mean, it's just really weird how I've affected this many people, because I've saved more souls than crushed trolls. And literally, I've had people taking off their antidepressants, suicide attempts live on Skype. I'm talking these kids out of not killing themselves. And literally, I didn't think this would happen. I just joined YouTube to tell some jokes and be a stand-up comic. And I became some underground cult.
Well, honestly, that's great that you're using it that way, because a lot of people that have that platform obviously abuse it. And that's kind of why I wanted to have this interview, is because, you know, there's always the person behind the act. And yeah, you might be known for, you know, chugging vodka and stuff like that, but it's, you know, what's going on now and what you're doing, and to hear that you're actually helping people, you know, because there are people that suffer from mental illness that use social media as a way to outlet, and there's always warning signals, you know, that people give. So it's great that they feel comfortable with you, that they can reach out to you and say, hey, I'm feeling a certain type of way, and that you can help them off that ledge, you know?
Yeah, and it was amazing. When I had Facebook, I was like Dr. Phil in the messages. I mean, I came up to a kid that had, I would call it maybe college age. He had a gun to his head. I said, bro, if you kill yourself tonight, I'm going to come to your funeral and slap your mom right in the ass. And he's like, "Oh my God, Shoenice is talking to me. I can't believe you're responding."
Right.
And now the only thing is, when you save somebody, they can get annoying, because you kind of save their life. It's like pulling somebody out of a burning car. But no, they're good people. And in a short paragraph, YouTube got rid of my channel with liquor slams, which I was going to remove. And now they allow hundreds and hundreds of YouTube channels with them liquor slams. Some are making Google AdSense because YouTube doesn't have the time to go through everything. They just went into the people that were in the 100,000 subscriber club and above to get rid of bad characters, because there's thousands and thousands of videos on YouTube 10 times worse than my vids. I tried to say it was an act, you know what I mean? I said, I'm just an illusionist. This was,
this is just water. Yeah.
Logan Paul showed the dead body video, and the Tide Pods and Logan Paul, literally, YouTube was out there on the media. They're on the Today Show, all these news outlets talking about how YouTube allowed a dead body hanging in a tree to be shown. So that's when YouTube said, all right, and they see my liquor slams, and they said no chance.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you have to, sometimes you have to kill a hostage to let them know you mean business, and you were one that got picked out of the bunch, I guess, so.
I see a downfall.
Yeah, well, you brought up Twitch, and Twitch is becoming very huge. Obviously, gaming's a big thing right now, but people are starting to use it. I mean, we even dabbled in it with the podcast for a while, but the streaming and the recording, and I like to just hit record on my computer, get the audio, and post it on our podcast. The video stuff's not my thing, but I've seen some people that they're really doing well. I've watched some of your videos where it gives you a really good platform. Honestly, it reminds me of the old days when people used to get on radio and take callers, but really you're just sitting there and you're getting people talking to you live, and stuff like that.
I was gaming on Twitch a couple years ago, was when I first came out. Then I quit it, and then I started working at it again when that YouTube laws started coming around, and they gave the warning. And I'm building that into Shoenice TV. I'm eventually going to have guests, whether they're famous or not famous. I'm going to have like weekly games and giveaways. I'm really going to build that Twitch, and I've learned my lesson. I got, from the haters reporting, I got a harassment and trying to sell a moderator position. Now I know the rules, and all these people, it's not all the people that seen me on YouTube, wonder where I am, think I'm dead. It's all the people that haven't met me on Twitch yet. And Musical.ly, I'm blowing up, dude. I got 250,000 views on my cat joke that my dad used to say, and literally I'm blowing up on this Musical.com. Musical.ly is what it's called.
I seen a couple of the videos on your Instagram, and in the lower corner it says Musical.ly, and I was wondering what the heck that was.
I'm spreading the nice everywhere, dude. The best thing that happened to me, I have to honestly say, is for YouTube to shut down and maybe they thought that same thing. This guy's going nowhere. He's just sitting around and waiting for a dream to go viral again. Now I got all these different avenues, bro, and I'm starting up my roofing company again that I had, 20 years ago. Nice roofing.
You get? I was gonna say, where'd the name come from? Like, obviously Shoey, but where'd the word nice?
Number one question in comments back in the day. But my name is Chris Shoey,
right?
And I was always called Shoe because nobody pronounced the last E. It was Schewe,
right?
So people would just call me Shoe, Shoebox, Shoelace, Shoenice came around early '90s. With the roofing company. Here comes Shoe with the nice.
Okay.
And I would always make everything nice, the roof and the ground. So I opened up Nice Roofing, and I was the owner, Shoenice.
There you go, man. That's awesome. All right, so I did have one group here of questions that the followers came up with, and some of them are pretty ridiculous. A lot of poop questions, which was kind of funny, because everybody's curious of, like, after you consume stuff that you've consumed, what is your poop like? I'm like, okay, with the poop questions, let's move it on. There's what's the longest?
I'm too scared to look.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be pretty painful. What is there anything that you can recount? Is there any one situation that you're like, man, this really hurts my stomach?
Wooden house matches.
Matches?
I was shitting toothpicks for like a week.
Oh God, that would suck.
But basically, your stomach acid breaks down a lot of substances. You know, I
Science and
think
shit.
the hardest thing, and it has a lot of fiber, and it was a pine cone. I
Really?
mean, people say, "Oh, the cactus." Yeah, all these little needles just stay in your mouth forever. You can't even get. They have to literally be worn down because you can't pick them out with pliers or any. LA Beast knows that. And I mean, literally, the hardest part is eating a cactus. I didn't even,
You didn't
feel it
even
coming
notice it when
out.
it was coming out?
Nope.
Okay. What about the, didn't you
Feel
do,
like I'm at the doctor's now. Just kidding.
didn't you do liquid nail?
Yeah, liquid nails not. You mean the latex caulk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only latex. I've been painting for 30 years. I lick when you run this caulk down a window thing. I used to lick it because I didn't want to get it on my pants and stuff, and everybody thought I was a freak. Everything that I've done on YouTube, I did for 30 years before YouTube came around, or
Eh,
whenever I turned 14 or 15. I was just doing stunts at parties, the
You
cafeteria.
know, we would always joke because I used to in high school. I used to catch those giant moths and fucking eat them, and then chug a beer, and then throw them up, and they'd still be flapping. And that was a party trick that I
Oh
used to
my
do.
God.
But I would never
You got to
think.
get that.
Yeah, I need to put that on YouTube to get it kicked off.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we move on from the poop one. So we were talking about followers. Obviously, we don't want to bring up any names, but one of the questions was, does Shoenice have groupies, and what's the dirtiest groupie he's ever hooked up with, without dropping names?
No, I'm really like a one woman man, bro.
There you
I
go.
mean, back when I got out of Desert Storm, I did 99 women in 99 days. But today I'm single for life. 22 problems, one's not a wife. I've had so many women, dude. So many women from when I started, and even before that. I'm not trying to brag. I don't know, sense of humor. Women just always were
Just
attracted
bagging
to
and
me.
tagging.
Oh, old women too. I was like 18 getting hit on by a 65-year-old. I was attacked by nurses at a Christmas party. I'm suing that nursing home because it's not me too, it's me shoe. I was affected for life on that. They're in their 80s now, but I'm suing them.
Right.
These women
Yeah,
are crazy. But I got sorry to get off key, but yeah, man, that's about it.
So no groupies. You've been smashing broads for years. Okay.
But I mean, I've had women that would fly from, across the world, literally. If I come, and then all the people that come in, and it's kind
Based
of
off of the YouTube
slowed
stuff.
down. But I mean,
Based off of
yeah.
the.
Well,
Wow.
I'm probably recognized more on public streets now. Every time I go out, somebody's like, "That's him. That's him." Over 100 million people watch me on Facebook since I slammed the absolute from people stealing it. Little John, Little Wayne, Bam Margera, whatever. And so it spread through as a meme, and it went over to Instagram, and I've
Right.
had more publicity off of that video than anything else. Facebook just like, yeah, they shared that shit, and there's one on one page that's got like 16 million views, 20 million, and it literally it's like it adds up to like 100 million people seen me somewhere on the internet.
So they know.
Yeah,
They know
and
the
I
face.
try and hide it, like and they're like, no, they recognize me from the voice. I'll just be cracking a joke in a line at 7-Eleven. Whoa, that's you. And then another girl, oh my God, my boyfriend loves you. I need a picture. And it's all suddenly Snapchat fest when I'm at any. So I wear like sunglasses and shit because, I mean, it can get annoying down in the public, venue.
When
I
you're
mean,
just trying to
it's like
hang
I
out,
miss.
you know?
Yeah, and I don't drink anymore. It's been 130 days. I'm not going back to the booze. I'm working out as an amateur boxer eventually, so I'm gonna surprise the world with what I'm gonna do.
Well, I can definitely tell by following you, and I just watched your Vice special,
Oh,
and
I
just
was
looking,
heavy.
yeah, looking at you there to now, man, you've cut some weight. How much weight have you cut?
In 2 more pounds, it'll be total 70 pounds since January.
Wow.
No Burger King, no processed food, and I drink a shake that you can get. And it's just super food in a shake, and I got like 6 more pounds to lose, and then I on my 49th birthday in 30 days, May 30th, I'm revealing my body, and it's going to blow people away. Then I start 1 year of boxing training again, which I've done as a kid, and we'll see what happens, dude.
Damn. So it's your birthday here. You're 49. You'll be turning 49.
Yep. So one more year to 50, bro, and I'm going to be trying to cross over from boxing into the UFC heavyweight division. What?
What's the oldest guy in
These
in
hands
UFC?
weren't born for knitting, dude. Huh?
What's the oldest guy in the UFC? Would you be going in there and setting that?
I'm not even looking at it like that, dude. His age. I mean, Frank Mir and Shedeur just fought in Bellator. It's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I know
UFC.
Bellator. Yep.
Yeah. And they were just going around haymaking, swinging, and Frank Mir gets knocked out. I don't even think he hit him really. He just fell, man.
Just passed out,
But
exhausted.
yeah, I just want to do it one time, even if it's just one amateur boxing match with a guy that is in my gym or my club where I can
Well,
videotape
didn't
it.
some
It's
guy
like, there, I
didn't
guess.
some guy try to challenge you to a boxing match? You wanted to do some fucking was that one of your ex buddies
Yeah.
from home?
No, yeah. Well, that's the Metal Madman wanted me to box
Um,
him, but I mean, just I told him come out to Denver, but I'm not even going to waste my time on that old man. I already won because he's in, you know, I'm in his head is what I meant to say.
Right.
He thinks I really don't even think about YouTube or these people, but in their own little world, you can go into this dark Shoenice and it's amazing the time that these people are taking to
Yeah.
make all these, and they seem to have improved now that I'm gone. So, but if you type Shoenice in on YouTube search as a stranger and you're just looking for my channel, you can keep going down and down. There's 50 channels I made. They never shut down. There's so many videos of me on. You can never kill Shoenice off of YouTube.
That's
It's not
awesome.
YouTube. It's YouTube.
YouTube. Well, hey man, I all I asked for was about 15 minutes of your time. We're at 20. I just want to say I really do appreciate it. The communication back and forth, obviously over the email was a little ridiculous because we had to check
Yeah.
emails. But now that we exchanged numbers,
I'll be a guest again, bro. I just want to say to everybody out there that the laughter and the nice didn't get killed just getting off of YouTube. My Twitch platform is going to be the funniest thing. I go live daily every day with. I lost my second father, so I'm on a couple days off just mourning this guy, but I'll be back and I'm going hard this year, dude. This is my foundation year. I'm going to be the top IRL comic streamer on Twitch, and all I'm going to do is thank the haters.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. Sorry for your loss, man. And again,
Either way, thank ya.